twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Caught in Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
What's up, big dog? You see me grouping?
Oh, man, what's up, man?
How you doing?
It's tough to be an Arsenal fan right now when there's just such little inspiration on the pitch.
Yep, 0-0 away to Leeds. And we look like we were the team that just got promoted. And they were the team that was well established and has been in the Premiership. Yeah. I don't know where to begin. Let's begin with Arteta.
Yeah.
Well, he's got his hands full.
He's got his hands full. It's whatever, man. If people want to measure are you supporting him or not? It doesn't matter. He's my manager right now. That's
right.
My manager.
That's so ridiculous.
So it's kind of pointless to be arguing that point of it. But I'm gonna tell you this: watching other teams play recently, actually like watching the West Ham game and watching dude, we are behind the ball attacking wise. We are so uninspired. Like all these other squads I'm watching, West Ham put on a show attacking today.
David Moyes.
They ain't got nobody.
David Moyes is their coach. It's like we're not creating any chances. We look like, is Unai still coaching? Yeah.
Right.
Is he still coaching? Or better yet, was Arteta mentored by Tony Pulis and not Pep? Like we play like old school Stoke City. We lump the ball up top. That's all we do. Sideways, keep it real tight and lump the ball up top. We don't even try to keep the ball and just pass it around. We just immediately get it, make a couple passes, and we're trying to go over the top to somebody. It's embarrassing. But back to Arteta.
Yeah.
Trust the process. We're behind the manager. We love this guy. He's very disciplined. He's going to be one of the good ones. All that bullshit has to stop.
The honeymoon is over, man.
And I didn't buy into it. I just was like, give him a chance. It hasn't even been a year yet. I got into a back and forth. It was a nice conversation with somebody on Twitter about that. He wants him gone now. And I'm like, it hasn't even been a year. You know what I mean? Yeah. Plus, anyway, besides all that, I thought one of the things that he brought to the team early on was discipline and accountability. But when Willian, he goes off to Dubai and then you start him, you can easily, based on our last performance, you could easily just start Reece instead of Willian. It wouldn't even been like, and then you can be like, well, Willian went to Dubai, he broke, protocol. And so we have rules and we're disciplined and this is what we're going to do. But it starts there and you can slowly see that coming into the team. Anyway, go ahead. I got some more points on that, but go ahead.
Well, the thing for me, man, there's a lot of questions coming up, but he could fire back at us and say, man, defensively, I'm trying to just make sure that we're solid and we're not just giving up holes and blah, blah, blah. I understand that part, but I got like decision making and things like that. So anyway, one of the things I noticed that started kind of coming back up again on the international break was, hey, whatever anybody feels about Ozil, like it probably is out of Arteta's hands, like why Ozil's not out there. Okay. What's up with Guendouzi? I
You brought up Guendouzi, dude?
No, I'm serious. This was like a chatter going during the international break. People were like, hey, how bad was Guendouzi when we are looking at
I see what you're saying.
Creativity in the midfield right now?
Yeah.
It just at some point is maybe reminiscent of what I was saying earlier. I don't want him to turn into a stubborn old man that can't figure out a way to talk to his players.
A tyrant, right?
When Lucy pissed you off, I understand, but you know what, man? He was still a valuable part of the midfield that we sure are kind of missing right now.
He's a young kid.
Yes,
so you can't be a tyrant. Here's the thing: he's a young manager trying to gain respect amongst people who are just kind of like, I used to watch you play. You weren't that good. You know what I mean? Like they're old enough to kind of remember him. And I just think the fact that, he's too young to be it's my way or the highway type.
Yeah,
coach.
I think that too.
He's too young.
You know what? To piggyback on what you were saying, the whole feeling of respect, like, when I watch teams go at us right now, like there's a feeling of disrespect to me. Like the way that they just go right at us, man. Like they're not afraid of anything about us. Though we gave up 0 goals, we gave up so many chances.
Right.
They rattled the damn woodwork like so many times. It was ridiculous.
I almost feel bad for them. Like they deserve 3 points in that game. On so many different levels. I mean, I really do. But man, just watching the ponytail gang, as I call them, Leeds play was a breath of fresh air. They just let the chips fall where they may. They're intense. They go forward. Man, if you're a Leeds fan, that must be great to get up early on a Saturday or Sunday and watch your team play. Because, we're the complete opposite of that.
They're going to have a game of it. You know what the difference, too, between them and, like, watching us against Aston Villa? Like, Villa, you can see some guys that you said, like, man, these guys, like, some of these guys might even just be physically better athletes than some of our players. Right. When you watch Leeds, like, I didn't think they were, like, faster. They might have been stronger just because they played that way. They kept shoving us and stuff, but everybody does that.
Right. They were just intense. They were stuck in.
They were just,
And they were fighting for it. But to go back to Arteta and his style or whatever is going on with this team that's not creating any chances. Like there's too many instructions. There's too many. You can see the players out on the pitch, the wheels are turning in their head. Like they're not just playing, they're thinking about shit and trying to, make sure they're in the right spot. And Arteta's constantly on the sidelines pointing and yelling and shit. You know what I mean? I'm used to Wenger just posted up over there with his fingers crossed, looking like he's about to take a shit or something.
Grinding on his teeth and shit.
I'm used to, but all this instructions, you can just see it. We play slow. We look slow because we're thinking. We're not just playing. Nobody's enjoying their football, not even Aubameyang. And I think when Pepe got sent off, and when we basically had 8 people in the back, and we were defending and trying to catch them on the counter. Like that's all we could do. That's Arteta. That's how he wants to play. I'm sure he wasn't that disappointed probably when Pepe got sent off, just because we created some chances when he brought in Saka. Well,
and we were literally faced with the decision of like, okay, we have to sit back and play D, and then counter. So it's everybody's back, and then all we can do is run now. Right, because we got to run up the pitch, and we got guys that can do that.
Right.
Like,
if a team like if in that first half Pepe was still playing, ironically, it was probably like his best kind of game he's played. He was doing pretty good as far as trying shit, I guess, or I don't know. Anyway, but then he gets sent off. But what was I gonna say? What was I talking about before I started?
First half.
Oh yeah, we just look like a bunch of robots.
So
no energy.
So one of the things I was going to talk about with the way I maybe was reading the game wrong, I didn't think Pepe had a very good half at all, actually. Not until the end at one point where I think a couple times in a row he kind of cut it inside and put on a little bit of a threat, and he took a bender.
Right. But no, I'm not
that
saying
went a
he
little bit wide, but even
average
before the red card, I was like, you know what, man? I just can't do this. You can't be this expensive, and then some games you're like lightning, and other games I'm like,
he's never lightning.
It just, I don't know, man. Yeah, he's never lightning, man. It just,
I mean, it's just a little moment of brilliance here and there, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He's got a tremendous left foot, but other than that, it's just a bunch of nothing. I mean, out of all the games he played this year, this was, as far as being involved and working with other players and trying to put a couple passes together, this was probably his best game. And he got sent off and shit. So, I mean, that says a lot right there. But check it out. When we don't have the ball, or in that first half, when we had all 11 men, Pepe wasn't sent off. We don't know what to do. We can't string passes together, or we don't even look to. We do like a cut, like 1-2 passes, and then we try to find somebody over the top, or we gamble for that Hollywood ball instead of stringing some passes and slowly trying to break the team down. And when you think about it, it makes us look like our technical ability, like we can't, like is Leeds a better? Are they technically better at football than Arsenal? You think?
No.
But they look like it, right? The way they're stringing passes together and moving and connecting with each other. When we do it, it's Holden and Gabriel. It's just not enough from a attacking, creating chances type of style or whatever's going on.
Is like the guy, one of the announcer who actually was kind of bugging the shit out of me today. The not the play-by-play dude, but the color guy, who's always trying to tell people how they didn't adjust their hips correctly, or strike it with the outside of his foot correctly, or and I'm like, man, where are you on the goal scoring list in the Premier League? Like, who are you?
Right.
But anyway, he did mention something that I was like, that kind of rang true with me. Was like, I mean, hey, at some point, it's not even really tactics, or like when you watch the guys, like I made the point, and I don't mean to knock Leno on a day that he definitely saved our asses, but I mean, that might actually be from instruction from Arteta. But I'm telling you, like if you watch Leeds, every single free kick, they set the ball down, kicked it. Let's go. Let's try to get them on their back foot. Let's go. Right. We never, ever do it. We don't do that. And when I watch Leno come out of the goal and he charges up, and I know it's like he's looking for like some perfect release pass, but once again, we're Arsenal. We do have technically skilled players with the ball at their feet.
Right.
Just roll it to Ceballos 10 feet in front of you, and let's see if we can catch Leeds on their back heels.
Let's do something.
If we can catch Pepe running down the side.
Let's do something.
We don't even try it.
No, no. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know what's going on. I mean, are we Stoke City? Are we?
It's so close to Stoke, right?
I mean, keep it tight and lump a few. Like there was one stretch where I think we had a free kick in the first half, and it was too far. It's one of those ones where you don't really want to do a set piece, but we're so desperate to get anything going. We brought up Holden, we brought up Gabriel, and Pepe kicks it right into the first. Doesn't even clear the first wall. But the fact that I think Ceballos wanted to get it and do a quick little free kick and get going. But no, we're going to decide to send everybody forward so we can lump a ball in the box to try to get something going. I mean, if that ain't Stoke City, if that ain't Tony Pulis, I don't know what is. But the whole...
And we don't have Olivier Giroud anymore.
Right.
We don't have anybody that's a beast in the air.
Exactly. When we have the ball, and it's not a counterattack situation, it is dog shit football.
Oh,
you know, and I don't want to keep harping on this, but it's like 1 or 2, 3 passes. Somebody tries the Hollywood pass to catch somebody on the wing, and that's it. Back to defending.
Yeah.
And the reason why Aubameyang is not playing, or the reason why Arteta doesn't like to play him in the middle, I don't give a fuck if he wants to be there, is the fact that his hold-up play is dog shit. Lacazette holds the ball up better than him, even though he's a complete mess, but he's physically stronger, and he puts in the effort to hold the ball up, to bring people in play. You don't get that from Aubameyang, so I'm tired of that bullshit. And the too cool for school, okay?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Let's fucking be serious with our passing and our movement and even our shots. Like, let's, dial it in. And with him, it's like, I'm cool, man.
I mean, I understand
awesome.
the guy
and
that scored as many goals as this guy deserves his respect and all that.
Right.
But we have to be honest about, like, I watched him kill 2 or 3 breaks today because when the ball got to him, I'm not even going to, like, specifically call out, like, what he did wrong, but
nonchalant.
His decision was just kind of a nonchalant, tricky, something else.
What is that?
Instead of just passing a ball on and trying to fucking like get a real break going.
Right. What was that dude in Austin when we used to go to Quattro's? Remember?
Shoot!
That guy, but check it out. He was he would like eat food, like fools would go to the bathroom and he'd like eat a sausage and shit at like 7 o'clock. But check it out. Hold on. That guy was such a savage. But remember, I'd be like, he's too nonchalant. Come on. And he'd be like, yeah, he needs to be more chalant.
Yeah.
He'd be fucking with me right to my face. Yeah. He needs to be more chalant, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought about it because I said that shit again.
He was like some kind of hybrid version of Stephen Wright.
Like, he was dirt ball. Glasses.
But I remember the first time I went there, man. You brought me there and you were like, oh, wow, watch this guy, dude. I watched this guy eat off people's plates and shit. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I stay away from too because, somebody comes back from the bathroom and they got like sausage missing from their plate and shit. And I'm sitting there. They're going to be like, oh, this black guy ate it. So
it looks like that guy could throw down some sausage.
So I'd always fucking try to not sit near him or be near him and shit. He made me uncomfortable. But anyway,
yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Aubameyang. So he's a guy, clearly, he can giggle and say he's behind the manager and all that shit. But I know when he goes home, he thinks like, man, why can't Ozil play so I can get some chances? That's the only way he's going to get some. We have a player that can slip him them through balls that he needs to get so he doesn't have to, rely on his hold up ability and try to bring people in play. That's not his style. So.
Well, I mean, I just find it ironic that, like, if the one thing that people kind of called him out for was his hustle, and we play at about 2.5 miles an hour right now.
Oh yeah, it would be so perfect
like,
for
man,
him.
Like, where would he be hurting us right now? I don't understand. Like,
right.
Nobody's running on the pitch. Like, nobody.
Let's see here. Oh, another thing with Pepe, dude. Poor Pepe. He gets it every week, but he deserves it. I mean, a 19-year-old kid, he gets a red card, doesn't do shit all first half. A 19-year-old kid comes on and immediately creates a chance, and like single-handedly almost got us the win, creating chances. He created 2 or 3 good chances, and we can't get that from Willian or Pepe. You know what I mean? This fool and Saka played in international games. He's tired. I understand why he didn't start. Man. I understand why he didn't start.
Yeah.
But when he came in, he was clearly a threat, and it's just frustrating because you look at Pepe, you look at Willian. The fact that, like I said, Willian goes to Dubai and shit or wherever the fuck he went, and that's a perfect opportunity to show, you're going to make this team be disciplined and follow the rules and shit. Play Reese. One last thing, and I'll let you go. I mean, I'll let you talk. Willock, scared and tentative. Disappointed me really bad. No, Fitz. He disappointed me really bad. He was scared and tentative. But let me hear you. I know you got something.
I'm gonna push back on you with Willock because
dogs. Go ahead.
He wasn't. I'll start with, even though this isn't like an excuse, or saying, well, then that means he was good, but he was no more dog shit than anybody else on the pitch. Number one, he gave as much. He gave us as much as anybody else out there at the time.
Okay, hold on. Remember when I say we were playing like robots? Like they're overthinking. When you think about his first half play, that's what he was doing. He just wasn't there all the way. He was scared. He was scared. But go ahead.
I kind of really believe that even though he's strong physically and things like that, that his play is it leans a little more Ozil than it does
Ramsey,
hardcore and fast.
Okay.
He's a little slower. He uses his body to shield people off. So a lot of time, kind of like a Saka, just Saka's better at it. I saw him in possession a few times today, shield a defender to hold possession, and just nowhere to go with the ball. Like, there's just nobody there.
Right. That's what I mean when I say tentative. Because I know, that's exactly. He would get to a certain spot and he'd just be like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" Where if this was a Europa League game, we know what he would do. He'd try to get in the box. He would, maraud around the field and try to make shit happen. And today he was thinking. He was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" Like, he wasn't just playing football. And like you said, the whole team was like that. But to me, I was expecting more from him today, which is, I'm being a little hard on him. He doesn't play, in these BPL games. So, it's a learning experience for him.
Yeah.
He wasn't the worst player on the pitch, but I guess my expectations were more. That's why.
So I kind of hold three guys. Like, there's a group of three guys that are just kind of in that same group to me, and it's Willock, and it's Nelson, and it's Maitland-Niles. And to me, if you want to inject energy and pace onto the pitch, Willock is last of those three. The Maitland-Niles and Nelson will give you a push and a pace on the pitch if you're really trying to break people down. If you're trying to hold a little more possession and trying to have somebody that's going to find passes, then I think it's Willock.
I got you.
So I'm still kind of up in arms about why Maitland-Niles doesn't get to just get a run out. I think there's something there. I think there's something there. Personality issue thing, something there.
Well, it's just what do you play him? What do you do? He's gonna play him over Bellerin, Tyranny. What kind of formation you gonna run? Today he had Xhaka, Ceballos, and Willock. I don't know about today's lineup, but I think the position that he plays is kind of that same one where, like, Saka and Tierney, both play an attack. Wing back, he can play on either side.
Defense. Yeah. And I don't think he's locked into the left side. So when I tell you I'm starting to get tired of Pepe, and I think William needs to come off the bench, and who do we put up in the far I wouldn't have a problem with Maitland-Niles playing up on the right wing.
Wow, that far up. Okay.
Well, he's playing that side, like I was saying, like Saka plays, where he's going to have to come back. He's got to come back and play D too. But
that makes sense. Right now, we're not doing anything. We're not creating any chances.
Yeah.
We're not playing with any energy. You counted on him for the FA Cup. You counted on him for that run up to winning the FA Cup. You played him on the left. You played him on the right. at that right wing back or left wing back position.
Yep.
So the fact that you counted on him in big games, last year.
Yeah.
Why not give him an opportunity every now and then? You know what I mean? Why not try something different? So yeah, I totally get that. What else can we talk about? Just a brutal performance. Go ahead if you got some.
I mean, I didn't. I'm gonna say that I don't think Gabriel and Holding played like an awful game today.
No.
But they took a lot of shots. So what's that tell us?
Well, I mean,
it tells us those two defensive mids, they ain't too defensive. They're not too locked down. Of course, we're missing Partey. Yeah. But hey, we're looking at two guys that, I mean, if we didn't miraculously sign Partey, this is what we'd be looking at right now.
The whole team looked and played slow. And then when you watch Xhaka, I mean, it just looks even slower, dude. Like him running around out there is just. But the team as a whole, that's what we do now. We're a Tony. We play like fucking Stoke City. We keep it tight, pack it in, and we make it hard for teams to score.
Right. And we wear our Adidas sweatsuit. We put the suit on. We put the sweatsuit on for the game.
Arteta needs to wear a hat like Tony Pulis used to wear. Baseball hat and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But no, he's got to do something. The fight during the week. There's cracks in the whole, oh my gosh, trust the process. He's going to be a great one and all that shit. You're starting to see cracks. Yeah. And it'll be interesting to, of course, like you said, to start this off, that's our manager. Of course we support him. We're fans. We can criticize him. Oh shit. Is that a deer?
You see him?
Yeah. Is that a deer?
Yeah. Got a few of them.
You got a mountain lion coming over that hill too. One of these days. Hey, one of these days, a mountain lion is gonna come over that hill, and I'm gonna have to keep it going, dude. You know what I mean?
I came face to face with the coyote this summer.
I'm gonna have to keep the podcast going. I can't stop it.
Yeah, we're going viral, baby.
Even if you're getting eaten and shit, is what I'm saying.
That's gonna be the last thing you hear me say. Keep rolling, E. Keep rolling.
So I just want to apologize right now. Damn, look at that. That's a deer, huh?
I got a hella deer in my backyard, dog.
Oh shit. I'm gonna be bullshit with that. Anyway, the game was whack. We're whack. No optimism. Not excited about anything, but I support the team.
I got one thing I'm excited about.
What's that? Molda?
Gabby's back.
Martinelli.
Again.
Beautiful.
Gabby, and we can stop talking about who else to put up top. I'm sorry. Saka, Martinelli. That's who needs to be up top.
Martinelli plays on the left, though. Play him on the right. Fuck it.
I think either one of them could switch, but I think I'd keep Martinelli on the left because I saw magic over there.
4-3-3. Partey and Xhaka and Saka. Oh, no. Saka up top. No. Okay. Saka, Aubameyang, and Martinelli.
Yep.
Midfield of Partey, Xhaka, Ceballos, Tierney, Bellerin. I like David Luiz over Holden. That's weird, huh?
I told you, man. I told you I like Holden, and I got a feel. But they said Luiz had a baby and shit yesterday.
So I'm going to go with Luiz and Gabriel. And Runnerson and goal. That leaves me. I just want to make this point. Leno had a great. I'm always hard on Leno. Leno had a great game today.
Yeah,
made some tremendous saves. Had strong paws.
Yeah,
paws were strong today, and his parries. He wasn't parrying the ball right into an oncoming opposing player. So, hats off to him.
Yes,
but I will criticize. I'm always going to talk shit. Remember like last year, we'd be like, man, we're not really good at playing it from the back. But then I kind of got used to us from playing it out from the back. But today he was just kicking the ball up top and we were losing it every single time. Like kind of like
you know what though? I noticed it too, and I took it to Arteta.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, like that's a plan. That was a ploy today because we really didn't play it out from the back.
It's another thing that I'm just like kind of like feeling like I don't know. Like in some ways, I feel like he's like a drill sergeant, and in other ways, I'm like, dude, are you reading the media and like reacting?
Right.
Like I mean, hey, it's a no-brainer. Aubameyang should go up the middle, but it's also no coincidence that Arsenal fans have now lost their mind, and he needed to put him up the middle today. He had to, because Arsenal fans were about to fucking like try to burn the stadium down,
No, yeah, totally. But I mean, it's
but then there's another one where it was just like it seemed like teams had been pressuring us a little bit. We gave up the ball in possession against Aston Villa. Blah, blah, blah. So now all of a sudden we didn't really play it out the back as much. And it was like, dude, I think you're reacting to the media and hearing the stories. And
yeah. So that would be my only knock on Leno. I mean, like he was just basically like Almunia style, just lumping the ball up top to a Leeds player. Aubameyang, nobody in sight, really. Just easy giveaway. But other than that, good game. Man of the match, probably. He did.
And we should also say kudos to Bellerin. That pass. I mean, Bellerin tried to win us the game.
That's my whooping boy. Please.
He tried to win us the game, man. I mean, he spotted
but I mean,
Saka,
one good thing all
on
game.
The money. It's too bad Saka didn't finish.
Yeah, he's got to work on his finishing. I thought he should have took that one first time. But I mean, that was the only thing Bellerin did all game.
I get it.
Hey, I'm gonna always be hard on Bellerin. I don't care. He's because you know why? Because I believe in him. He's got all the talent in the world. Look how many times you hear this shit every day. Please, just be aggressive, dude. Please. I wish I was the coach. My man management would be off the chain. I would just walk up to him and slap the shit out of him before every game.
Hey,
like, come on, you little like, let's go. You're good. You're world class. You could be the best ever. Be aggressive.
Anyway, can you imagine being an aggressive player on the Arsenal squad though? Like you would look like a maniac out there. Like sometimes Ceballos looks like just a nut. Yeah. Because he's the only one running around and trying to stick a toe in and kicking people in their shins and
tyranny. I like tyranny's attitude. Like no nonsense. He was gonna whip that fool's ass who dove on Pepe. Oh, the Pepe red card. All day red, right?
It's a red, man. I mean,
ticky tack. Yeah, but just this dumb shit like that, dude. You could tell.
It's just hella dumb that VAR. I don't know that VAR gets to be used for shit like that. It's just I don't know.
Oh, and then the handball. They did VAR for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, he barely looked at it. He's like, "No, we're good."
That was the quickest VAR decision I've ever seen in my life. Like the next thing they know, they're like,
"Can your hand be in an unnatural position? Like if you're diving." There's still an unnatural position, right?
Yeah. But I mean, the way
sticking it above your body, isn't that an unnatural position? Like
he did that shit on purpose, but you saw the way Aubameyang handled that whole situation. That's what I'm talking about. Too cool, baby. Look at me. Oh shit, watch this. And you know what I mean? Instead of getting it, going at him, kicking it. Anyway.
Yeah,
we got to get our
reached around from his back and he pulled a saxophone out and he was like,
oh shit! I thought you were gonna. I don't know what that song is. Anyway, but yeah, it was a mess. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's rough. It's rough watching these games. It's really
hard. It's really hard, man. And like, I mean, I don't know. Partey, we need Partey back.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, even if he's back, what are we gonna do? We'll defend better. You know what I mean? But what are we gonna do?
I want Partey to start growling and jerking a knot in fools.
I'm telling you, Arteta needs to go in there and start slapping the shit out of people. And I start with Bellerin, and then I go.
So with Bellerin, you got to start with Bellerin.
Then I go to Leno. He's been there too long, dude. He could be a world beater.
So you got to go pick that one out.
He could be a world beater. He could be a world beater. Everybody,
that's why
nobody
you slap him. Yeah.
he could be one of the best right backs in the world. Easily,
dude.
But he's scared.
Yeah.
And he doesn't eat meat anymore. He's just scared. It's just like, dude, come on. But anyway, it wasn't his fault today. And that pass was beautiful. I'm just frustrated. I don't know where we go. Where do we go? This is how we play,
got, man.
But this is how we play. It's
like
everything.
I told you, watching
everything
all teams in the Premier League. I mean, everybody has got some kind of a style of an attack, and we look like it's just like a pickup game.
Fluke.
It's just a pickup game. Just
fluke. We if we do score, it's gonna be a fluke. I used to make fun of Man U because the only way they score is they get a penalty. But at least they create an opportunity to get a penalty. We don't even do that shit. But back to Bellerin. See, I knew it was something. I was forgetting about Bellerin. How many disallowed throw-ins, dude, this year?
What is that about?
This motherfucker can't throw the ball in right. They teach you that shit when you're 5 years old, especially where he's from. Probably younger than that. Like, seriously, it's like 4 or 5 this year, maybe.
Dude.
Somebody hit me back.
When this one happened, I don't know if you can hear, but you know how you can hear the stuff going on the pitch?
Yes.
Like when it happened and they flipped over and they showed him and he was talking to
he's complaining.
Yeah, and I heard him and he was like
with them little ass booty shorts. But anyway, tremendous player. I believe in him. He just,
Yeah, he's gonna go throw on a pea coat overcoat with a top hat and a umbrella in his hand and take off.
And a Gucci purse. I mean bag.
Wait, it's a purse? What is it?
But nah, it's too much. Back to Arteta. Let's finish on this. Believe in the guy. Actually, I don't know if I do anymore. I don't know anymore, but he is our coach. He is our manager. So of course I'm gonna support him. But you got some people online that want him gone now.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had a nice conversation. It was a nice back and forth. And he was adamant about he's got to go now. And I don't. It's it hasn't been a year yet, dude.
Hey, you know what? This is the comedy of it all to me, though. It's like you said, you had a good conversation with somebody. They don't always go that good, And at the end of stuff, like I got to ask myself, I'm like, wait, I'm not the one that's going to make a decision whether this guy keeps his job or not. Like, why are you mad at me?
Right.
Like, you're mad at me because I'm like, nah, give him a chance. No, fuck that, man.
Right. Yeah. You don't get the context. You know what I mean? But it's like you just read some shit and you're like, whoa, take it easy. But like, when I surprised myself because I was just like, the last tweet he sent it was like, we always go forward with the Gunners. Always remember that. And I was just like, dude, just okay, dude. You want Arteta God. Just relax.
The first rule about Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club.
But my whole thing is it hasn't been I said, give him till the end of the season. If we don't get top 4 or win a trophy, he's gone.
Yeah,
and that was completely unreasonable.
He told him was who do you think we should like replace him with? Like,
right?
Like somebody has to go. Who do you put in?
Hold on, but when I said that, he was like, "Oh, okay, so I guess you like watching us play shitty football." You know what I mean? Like, it was just like I was like, "Whoa." I'm only giving him a year and a half. Yeah, we got to get top 4 in a trophy, and he's fired. If we don't get that, we fire him. He's like, "Oh, so you must like watching shitty football." And I was like, "Wow!" And then that's when I said, "Hey, so who do we hire?" And he wants to coach from Ajax, which is a good shout out. But it's like, how many fucking games do you give that guy?
He came at you like Romy Rome from Martin.
Yeah. So you must like losing.
So you some kind of punk or something,
right?
Oh, okay.
But he wanted the guy Eric Van Dog and Ding. I don't know his name, but the Ajax coach.
Right, he did have an answer.
But check it out. I was gonna ask him. So how many games do you give this poor bastard? if you're not even giving Arteta a full year, but I didn't even want to get into it. But it's like you can't fire the coach now. So I think people need to get over that.
Well, when I asked him on the side, he was like, that guy, 3 months. If he doesn't get us in top 4 in 3 months, he's gone.
Right. It's like it's too soon. We don't want to turn into that club that's not giving managers a chance. Yeah. And then because if we do come to a point where we need to fire Arteta, what top manager is going to want to take the job when you're just firing people and you're not giving them a year? So I think everybody needs to calm down with that. Ride it out. We're going to go on cup runs this year.
Well, the thing is,
we're going to go on cup runs because of the way Arteta likes to play, keep it tight, nick a goal. So, we got that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Well, I mean, the thing is when they hired him mid-season,
right,
it has to be the agreement. They can't be like, hey, man, you got until mid-season next year, and then that's it.
Right.
They were like, we're giving you the last half of this season, and then you're going to get a whole season to put something together so that we can, review and decide whether that's we're heading in the right direction or so.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like obviously he gets this season.
Right. But I'm just saying, I mean, all the talk about it is it's getting to be too much. It's like, let's stop. But I'm not going to be one of those fools, just get behind the team. No, you can complain and get mad, but he's not going anywhere right now. So why drive yourself crazy over that shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we're not a very good team. He hasn't had a chance to get the players he needs attacking. I think he's built a nice foundation defensively. Today was a game where, we would have lost, Unai, Wenger, late Wenger years, we would have lost that game and it would have been an awful loss. Today, we got a draw. We kept it tight. We hung together and we got a draw. But
so, I mean, here's the deal, too, is I don't know who I was talking to the other day. He's basically signed Willian, Partey, and Gabriel under.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe Pablo Mari and maybe Cedric or something like that. But I mean, for those 3 guys, and Willian was a free.
Right, and the majority of those
Gabriel were our signings for money. It's not a bad start. Number one,
defensively,
yeah,
and that's the foundation.
Like you were saying, so only thing I really want to see out of the whole attacking discussion is to make a decision on your attackers. Like, if Pepe's not your guy, and you're a manager for Arsenal,
right.
You're not going to be able to replace him unless you get rid of him.
Right.
That Arsenal's not just going to cut another $40 million check for you to get somebody in here and eventually you'll get rid of Pepe. No, you have to get rid of Pepe to get somebody else in. So if he's not your guy, then let's go ahead and just pull the trigger. We'll try to make moves to get rid of Pepe. We'll take whatever we can for him. And then you tell me who your guy is. Who's your guy that you need to be playing up there? Let's see if we can go get him for you,
Exactly.
So, we just need to follow up and just continue to let him transform the team the way he wants right now, which is kind of shitty anyway. All he's got is one transfer window left. It's not like they spent for him over the summer that much, some, but not a lot.
Exactly. But I mean, with the my only knock on him, right now is with the attacking players we do have, we should be creating more chances.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, like I said, the players, there's a lot of instructions, there's a lot of screaming and shouting, and I think the players are just overthinking, or they're just really focused in on that defensive philosophy he's trying to establish at the club. And I think the offense is lacking. And just like in any sport, that comes last. That's the last piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Once you've got your defense situated, then you work on your offense. And I think that's where we're at now. Hopefully,
I think you hit on one thing too to keep looking out. But there's too much in their heads today, like you were saying. It seemed like am I in position? Where should I be? How do I play? What do I do? You know, and it's like you said, man, we got to drop all that and just like play.
Just play
like,
at some point.
Go play soccer, man.
Right. Especially where we're at in the table. And we're not, you know, we gotta kind of over attack at this stage just to get something going, anything going. If you give up 2 goals and you score 3, that's good, you know, at this stage in the game. But yeah, Fitty. Let me see the schedule. Let's see. We got
a Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, we got a game on Thanksgiving. Molde or whatever, that team from Norway, and then we got Wolves on Sunday at 1:15. Them late Sunday
at
games.
1:15.
Now I know how Tottenham fans, you know, used to be. You know, over here in the States, brutal. It messes with your football, your NFL. It's a tough spot. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna say, what is it? Oh yeah, go ahead, do something before we get out of here. You're like, what? What's he talking about?
Gabby's back again. Gabby's back.
Oh,
tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Subscribe, rate, and review. Go listen to the show on any podcast platform you listen. You get your shit from, and give us a review, even if it's a shitty review.
Hey, hella quick, just right. Great show.
And also, we got a YouTube channel if you like looking at our mugs. And one day, if you do go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, you might be able to see Fitz get eaten by a lion one day, coming right over that hill. Oh shit! I'm out. Peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at staticsmusic. That's STATX Music. Peace.